Hello, everyone, and welcome to an On the Bench digital exclusive. My name is Anthony Vasquez, Citrus TV softball beat reporter, and I'm joined over the phone by U of L head coach Holly April. And Holly, I know you're busy preparing for SU over the weekend, so let's get things started off quickly by taking a holistic view of the program. You're in your fourth year as the head coach of U of L, and you're already notching big wins on the field and having success off the field inside of the classroom. So with that being said, how do you think that speaks to the culture you guys are building in such a short time span?
The 21 class was our first recruiting class that, that was solely done by us. I think that is, a kind of a critical piece of any new coaches when you're taking over a program. So we're kind of in that current freshman class. And I think that we're just constantly building our culture and what we, are the expectations of our coaching staff and the program. And, I think it's a daily thing.
And to speak more about your staff, you just hired assistant coach Bryce Neal to transform your offense, and it's really worked so far as the Cardinals are hitting 40 points better in ACC play than they were last year. Give me some of the things that he's brought to the table this year that has really helped you guys transform your offense.
I think he's done a great job. He's, in the early part of just kind of in the fall and getting here, establishing and building relationships with our girls and getting to know them a little bit, and not just, them as people, but then also like their style, their strengths and deficiencies and things that, how we're going to play team offense, as well as like their individual pieces that he's worked with them. So I think that's been that's evolving, just like what I was talking before about our culture. That's evolving every day.
And speaking of your hitting, the meat of your order is filled with talented hitters, from Carmen Greenwood to Dylan Cravens and Kendall Smith, to name a couple more. Can you talk about what your lineup does well, and how do they create issues for opposing pitchers?
I think that we don't have a ton of speed, but we have a little bit, and then we kind of mix that with our power. I think that we can score, or we're certainly we're working to do this, to score runs in different ways. I think that we have people that hit, in different parts of the order that have different, things that they excel at. So, Taylor Roby kind of anchors, the meat of our lineup. And then, Carmen setting the tone for us every day. And she can do a variety of different things to get herself on base. So I think that can cause, problems for defenses.
Final question about the hitting now, Coach. SU has one of the thinnest rotations in the ACC. They also don't have the hardest throwers, especially compared to the other top-tier competition in the conference. So what do you think your lineup has to do to wear down the likes of Ariana Adams and Lindsay Hendricks this weekend?
Yeah, I think that they have really quality kids on the mound. I think they do a number of different things. They have good off-speed pitches, which is something that I think can makes and contributes a lot to success, because hitting is timing and trying to disrupt that timing. So we've watched them a good bit. I really think they've done a really good job. Like they are competing out there, and obviously the look from the lefty with Hendricks is something we got to be prepared for. So we have to be ready to go.
And moving from the box to the circle now, Taylor Roby has been a workhorse for you guys all season long, especially in ACC play. And now I know she can handle the bat quite well, but can you talk about what she's done as a pitcher that's been so key for you guys this season?
A lot of things. I think that particularly this year, and a little bit last year as well, it's really worked on change of speed and her off-speed pitch, like I was saying with Syracuse's staff, and she doesn't use it as much as they do, but she definitely has been put a lot of time and effort into developing some pitches and hitting better spots and being able to, throw to all quadrants. I think those are things that have continued to move her along in her career, and really good experience, and just using that experience to propel her forward. I think making adjustments faster, understanding what hitters are trying to do, paying attention to those things more, being just more involved in that process of how to get people out.
Now moving on from Roby to the staff as a whole. You were saying earlier on in the preseason that this is one of the deepest rotations you've had during your 4 years at U of L, and considering SU's been struggling mightily in conference play, what do you think your pitchers have to do to keep SU from getting hot this weekend?
I think that, you can look at stats and you can say, okay, this is what's happening, but stats they don't tell the whole story. And when we're looking at, film and we're seeing what Syracuse can do up and down the lineup, like I think this is a really high quality lineup. I think there's a lot of different things they can do. They have some really good power hitters. They also have a pretty young group like we do. So, I think that's something that, like, as freshmen go, they learn and adapt, and they're ideally they're getting better. But I think I think there's that element to this group.
Now, Coach, looking back to Tuesday's game against Kentucky, where really nothing went well for you guys on either side of the ball, and considering how big a Louisville versus Kentucky matchup is, no matter the sport, do you think your girls have an added sense of urgency going into this series against Syracuse?
Yes, I would absolutely say so. We did not perform well at all in any facet of the game, and I definitely think that would be the case. I don't know. I'm not sure you would call it urgency, but we definitely know that we did not perform the way we would have liked to, and that we're eager to go back out.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for the time. I know you're busy preparing for Syracuse this weekend, so best of luck for that series and in the rest of the season.